Today we have three really good questions, and I have a really fun announcement that I'm going to make at the very end. So stay with me for 10 minutes, and I'm going to share a really, really fun announcement. It's for literally everyone listening. So if you're a Christian female entrepreneur, you're going to want to hear this announcement. You're going to stick around. I have some really fun, exciting news. So if you're on Facebook, say hello. If you're on Instagram, I see Tara's here, Annie's here, Ari's here, Becky's here. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we're answering. I'm gonna go ahead and get going because we have things to do today, and I know y'all are busy. So let's keep this going. Number one, the very first question is, what podcasting gear do you use? What software programs do you use? And then how much are they all? This is a really great question. So let's quickly talk about podcasting. Number one, in our Well Done Women membership community, I just did a little mini course for our members, included in their membership, Start Your Podcast 101. And it's a bonus if you join us in just a couple weeks. We open doors September 3rd to new members, and part of the perks of joining now is that you get this podcasting 101 mini training on how to start from start to finish. But for the purposes of today, I'm gonna make this super quick. Here's the things that you need, and basically how to start and what's the startup cost for it. So here's what you need. To start off, you're gonna need a name and a purpose and a mission for your podcast. Now, that's all free. You just have to get along with the Lord and ask the Lord, hey, what is this podcast about? Who is it for? What's the title of it? What's the name of it? And what are we going to be talking about? So for me, I knew the things that I could talk about all day long. All day long was my faith and how to run a business and the merging of the two. How to run online businesses as we walk with Jesus. So that's what my podcast is about. It's called the Well Done Women Podcast. And we really focus more on the internal struggles that female entrepreneurs face, especially Christian female entrepreneurs face. And so my podcast addresses the internal struggles, whereas like the coaching is like more of the external struggles, like the how. Like how do I do this? So that's the first thing that you need. That's free. The second thing you need is a microphone. You need a microphone. Now, the free versions of these microphones could literally be the microphone built in your phone and in your computer. Start there. If you have headphones that have a microphone attached to it, like the old school with the string and it has the microphone attached to it, use that. The microphone that I use is called a Shure MV7. You can get it on Amazon. I can put the link in the comments on Facebook. It's a Shure MV7. I think it's a little over $100. There is the Yeti microphone that I started with. It's this one right here. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, it's this one right here. You can start with that. At the end of the day, do not let your gear stop you from sharing the message that God's put on your heart. Just start somewhere. Start with the built-in microphone on your computer if you're going to start anywhere. The second thing you need is somewhere to record. So if you have a MacBook, an Apple product, you have a free software. It's called GarageBand that comes with your MacBook, because if the MacBooks were created for creatives, it's called GarageBand. It's free. That's where you can record and edit your podcasts. Again, this is in my little free training. If you join Well Done in the next couple of weeks, you get all of this. But if you also have Zoom, so everybody I think now after COVID is familiar with Zoom, you can record, which is what I do, both audio and video on Zoom. And all you got to do is press record, and it renders an audio and video file for your podcast. So not only can you do it for your podcast, but you can also start a YouTube channel using Zoom, which most everyone in the world has now. So that is your recording and editing software, GarageBand, recording audio and video, use Zoom. You can also use Riverside. A lot of my students use Riverside. So that's how you get started. You also need some kind of format for your podcast, which is free. So I use a talk template, which is again included as a bonus if you join Well Done in a couple of weeks. September 3rd is when we're opening doors. But a talk template, have some kind of outline. If you're doing a solo show, have an outline of what you want to say, your intro, your hook, your, sorry, my dogs are underneath and they're acting crazy. Your 3 points of what you want to get across, any stories that you want to tell that's going to help people understand your points a little bit better. You're essentially writing a sermon. When you're writing out a podcast, you're writing a sermon, and every pastor will tell you that every good sermon has an outline to keep them on track so that they don't talk for 3 hours, so that, they get to the points they want to get. They use the scriptures they want to use. They don't forget any analogies or stories that they want to share. It's all in an outline. That's what we're doing for our podcast. If you feel called to preach and teach and speak, and you aren't being invited to preach and teach and speak on stages, your stage and your pulpit can be your podcast. So those are the essential things that you need. You also need a platform to publish. I use Libsyn.com, which is Libsyn, Libsyn. But there's so many others, again, that I teach in my podcasting one-on-one little mini course inside of our membership, that you can have access to in just a couple weeks on September 3rd. So that's the essentials that you need to start a podcast. The important thing to know is you just need to start. It's not going to be perfect. Your first 100 episodes will probably be crappy. The important thing is to start and to get your message out into the world. You don't need headphones. These are just so you could hear the audio coming through your microphone clearly. I like it because I know when my audio is getting too loud or not loud enough. I can hear it in the headphones. So microphone, GarageBand or Zoom, podcasting publishing platform like Libsyn.com. That's, I think, $20 a month. So that's what we're spending money on each month. It's to publish, which is Libsyn, $20 a month. And everything else you can do for free. So again, if you have a message on your heart, you can use Canva to make your cover art, which is what I do. So it's free. Everything's free. This is a super low cost way to serve your people, to drive traffic, which is to get people to your website or to get people to your products, your courses, your memberships, your whatever it is that you want to help people with, whatever product that you have, you can use your podcast to drive people there. So I 10 out of 10 recommend starting a podcast, and you can do it today and get it all done if you put your mind to it, set aside a couple hours and get it done. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question is, how do I niche down to my target audience? All right, so this is a very general question, and so I'm going to say a couple things here. Number one, when you are first starting out, you might not know who your target audience is. Like, you might not be able to niche down, and that's fine. But if you're I don't want you to not get out and start serving and start teaching, speaking, creating courses because you're not sure of your super niche target audience. But if you are ready, which it sounds like Natalie, she asked this question, it sounds like she is ready. The question is how? Well, the very first thing, I'm going to tell you two things. Very first thing you need to do is start speaking directly to that niched audience and start using how they identify themselves. So, homeschool, hey, homeschool moms, hey, crunchy homeschool moms. That is a very specific audience. Hey, Christian women entrepreneurs. That is a very specific audience. So speak to them, use that in your live videos, in your copy on your website, and on your videos on your Instagram. When I was teaching photographers, my niche was beginner photographers. That's who I created and spoke to. So my niche was not wedding photographers or newborn photographers. It was brand new beginner photographers. So I would say in my Facebook ads, in my copy on my website, hey, beginner photographer. And then I would teach, I would share, I would create content. So speak to them. People want to feel seen and understood. That is the most important thing that you can do for your audience, is to let them know that you understand them. I think where most educators, entrepreneurs mess up, this is where they get it wrong, is they're spending their entire time marketing, trying to get their ideal client to understand them. That's what they're doing. It's like, I want to explain to you how I can help you, what my thing is. And at the end of the day, your audience is saying, but do you understand my life? But do you understand my struggle? But do you understand what I'm going through right now? And if you can let them know, hey, not only do I see you and I'm speaking directly to you, but I get you, then that's going to convert people who are your potential, they're just watching from afar, from people who are like, I'm actually going to lean in because I feel like she gets me. So understand that if you use specific words to speak to them, you're going to automatically attract and repel people, which is what we want to do with our brand. That, like, we don't want to attract everybody. We want to attract a very specific group of people, speak specifically and directly to them, and then say, hey, I see you. And not only do I see you, I understand you. And that's the second thing, is to speak to their specific pain points. Call it out. Call it out in the copy of your website, in the content that you make. And speak directly to them, so where they're thinking like, oh my gosh, how does she know? How does she know me? How does she understand everything that she just, like, how does she know? That's how you're going to create people who are like, I'm bought into her. I'm bought into what she's doing. I'm bought into what she's selling, not because I like what she's selling, but because I know that she gets me. So if you can understand that as an entrepreneur, as someone who is trying to market and sell something that you've created and you've put so much time and energy to, I'm telling you, when it comes to the conversion of your people, they're going to be like, sign me up. I'm buying whatever she's selling because she gets me, she sees me, and she understands what I'm going through. So that's how you niche down to a target specific audience. You say who they are, you call it out, and you speak directly to their specific pain points and what they really want. And sometimes, this is a little, how to sell. If you have a problem, if you're struggling with selling, this is a selling tip. You have to figure out what they want, not necessarily what they need. Because people are going to buy the stuff that they want. A quick way to do this, a simple way to do this. Like, what do they want? And then once you get them in, you give them what they need. Okay? The third and last and final question is, how do I express my excitement about my why? So if you've watched any of my trainings, if you've been in any of my stuff in my ecosystem of content, I talk a lot about having a clear why for not only for you to have a strong conviction of like why you're waking up every day, why you're putting in the work, why you're doing all the things, but you need to have a brand story to get people to buy into who you are and what you're doing and the mission behind what you're selling, the mission behind your brand. Every solid brand who stands the test of time has a solid mission and purpose and reason behind who they are and what they're doing. The best way that I have found to do this is through podcasting. And I know a lot of you are like, I'm not podcasting. I'm not going to podcast. But let me just tell you, there's something different about having your story, your heart, your passion, and it goes into the ears of your listeners versus you doing whatever cute little trend is on Reels and, you trying to put in the copy, the passion behind your mission of your brand. Like, it's cute and it's fun, but it's easily swipeable. Like, okay, great, that's cute, bye. When you can get in the ears of someone, you're essentially getting to their heart and soul, and you're able to connect with them. You're able to share the why behind what you're doing, that excitement, that authenticity, y'all, which I truly believe is what people are going to crave now more than ever before. Being authentic in business has been something that truly separates brands, but now more than ever, now that AI is pretty much taking over the online space, people don't know what's real and what's fake. But here's something that like I truly believe that AI will never be able to get to do. AI will never be able to tell testimonies. AI will never be able to tell the authentic stories and the mission and the passion behind a brand, behind why they're doing what they're doing. AI can never do that. AI can use their mouth, move their mouth up and down and sell you something, which is what's happening every single day. But y'all, if you want to truly make an impact with your story, with your brand, with your business, with your ministry, you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You're going to have to get a microphone and share your heart with passion. Have a mission for what it is that you're doing. If not for your people, for you, like you need to know why you're doing it. Like this isn't easy work. Showing up live is not easy. But I have a mission that God has put on my heart, and it's what's bringing me here every Thursday at 10, every Wednesday at noon, every Tuesday at 5 a.m. when I have podcasts and I do my coaching programs with my membership and I go live for you. It's because God has put me on mission. And that's what's keeping me going. You need that for you. So yes, it's important to get your audience to understand your excitement, but truly the best way to communicate that is to go live on here so they can see you, they can feel you, and start your podcast. You can start it today. And I can teach you how when you join us in the membership. Which leads me to my fun and exciting announcement. We are opening doors to our fall enrollment of the Well Done Women membership community. This is a community for Christian female entrepreneurs who are wanting to use the knowledge they have, the passion that they have, and create a business with it to serve people, to serve God, and to serve their family as they make money doing the thing that they're called to do. And so we are opening doors September 3rd. But if you're on the wait list, we are doing a huge giveaway of one free year. That's 12 months. It's a $470 value. That is one full year of the Well Done Women membership community. And all you have to do is sign up for the wait list. So if you are interested in joining us inside of our private membership community, where you have not only a step-by-step business course that teaches you everything, but you have weekly trainings by me where we meet on Zoom and I see you face to face and I know your name and I answer your specific questions every single week. We have bi-monthly prayer calls where we get together as Christian women and we pray. And because I know most of you are ministry leaders. Y'all are leaders in your community. You're leaders in your business. You are leaders in your church. You're leaders in your home, and you have no one pouring into you where you're able to just receive prayer. You're praying for everybody else. So every other Tuesday, you're able to come and we're just going to pray over you for your specific needs, because prayer is literally going to be the thing that makes or breaks your business. It is going to be the most pivotal thing that you can do for the calling on your life. So we have prayer calls. We have step-by-step business classes. We have new monthly trainings. Like this month, they're getting a brand new mini course all about podcasting, because I've seen how many women are being called to share who they are and what they do to their people through podcasting. We have in-person events this time next week, we have 8 ladies from the membership coming to my home, and we're going to focus on growing their audience, how to do it, how to grow on social media, how to start their podcast, how to drive more traffic to their products. That's what we're going to be focusing on next week. In-person events. And so I say all that to say, if you want to be a part of this, we are finally opening doors on September 3rd. That's in a week and a half from now. But if you want to win a free year, and that's if you're in the membership. So like if you're in the membership already, sign up for the wait list if you haven't already in the past. Anyone who's on the wait list, we are doing a drawing the morning of September 3rd to launch the fall enrollment, and one person from the wait list is going to get to win one free year. All you have to do is go to welldonewomen.com/membership. And not only can you learn about all the things that's included, all the things that you're going to get, what we're about, what's our mission, all the bonuses like the podcasting mini course, We have my talk template that I just talked about. So if you're like, I want to start a podcast, but I have no idea what to say, I literally have a outline, a template where you just have to plug and play what it is that you want to say, when you want to say it. We have so many bonuses for this fall enrollment. All you have to do is be on the waitlist to win 1 free year of Well Done Women membership. So go to welldonewomen.com/membership to learn everything and to sign up for the waitlist. We have almost 200 women on the waitlist already for fall enrollment. So don't hesitate. Join us. Get on the waitlist if you're at all interested in this community. So I hope today was helpful. Get excited, get on the wait list, and if you're ready to do the thing that you're called to do with other believers in business and have a weekly coach and have a step-by-step path to get you from where you are to where you want to be and to learn everything that's inside, you're going to love the Well Done Women membership. So I love you guys. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week.